Hello my soul family, welcome to today's live video. So today I thought I'd come on here and just have a little chit chat with you all and catch up a little bit on my School of Light, because I really want more people to become a part of this School of Light. It's basically a school that I built online, so it's basically a virtual school to get you on the path of light and show you the way. Stand more in your love and compassion and always see through the eyes of God, spiritual eyes. This is about awakening your third eye chakra, and this is something that I'm actually gonna teach you about in my new book coming out soon, which will be published. My new book has already been finished. I was guided to upgrade my book like I've been telling you, and now it's finally done. All I have to do is just take care of the cover and it will be out soon in stores. So I'm very excited for that, because that's a book that I've been in the works for a year already, and I've been very anxious to get it out already, but I'm excited because this is a new phase that we're all in, and it's all about spiritual awakening and learning more of these deep ancient truths, and that's why I created my School of Light. So my School of Light is very versatile. We have the spiritual book club. As you see, these are some of the books that we've been reading, plus others. For example, we did the Warrior of the Light. This is the Spanish version, because these are the 3 books that I'm beginning in Spanish for any of you Spanish speakers out there. And I also did The Power of the Now, and of course In Miracles, which in my eyes has been the best book ever. And that's why I'm doing it in Spanish, because it's a very complex and deep book, but it has been very transformative on my journey. So I really felt called to, share it with others. So thank you all for showing up. So yeah, I really want you to check out the spiritual book club. And part of the School of Light, you also get access to my tantric classes, where I teach you about spiritual love, how to transcend through meditation and deep love. So it's very, very cool and based a lot on Osho's teachings. And of course, you all know that Osho is a spiritual teacher. So I have a lot of books by him, and we also listen to recordings. It's very fun. It's a very fun way to learn ancient wisdom. And of course, you all know that I do lectures every now and then, and I post them on my YouTube channel. Some of them are exclusive for members only, so you definitely don't want to miss out, because when I do lectures, especially when it comes to astrology, they're usually timeline sensitive, and this means that the energy is now, right? The energy is now, and it's the moment to be heard. So make sure that you're catching up, especially on the astrology videos, on time, because you don't want to miss out on that window of opportunity, right? And yeah, so also as part of the School of Light, you also have access to my Mindset Talks. And what is my Mindset Talks? My Mindset Talks is basically a playlist that I created to talk about evolutionary psychology topics, because as you all know, my main background is psychology, and I basically learned through schooling the scientific background of psychology, mental health awareness, and everything that goes with it, right? But for me, as a counselor, I always innately knew that there was something missing, wondering why my clients really couldn't heal 100% from many of their issues that they were having, because a lot of them relapsed, right? Especially when it comes to addictions or codependent relationships, people go back because they're emotionally attached, and it's hard to let go of something that you love, or at least you thought you loved, you thought it was meant to be. So how do we really break those addictions is the question, and that's topics like that is what I go into in my Mindset Talks, because there's more to it than psychology. There's more to it than just telling someone you need to get out of a toxic relationship, right? You need to actually feel it. And a lot of the times, people need to intrinsically be motivated to transform for their own sake and self. No one can do it for you. And no one can even give you that motivation, not even a counselor, not even a psychologist. And that's where I felt like that was missing, you know. Innately, when you wake up on your spiritual journey, you start to realize so many things, beautiful things, and it awakens you to the falsehood of how you were living your life before. And that usually tells you that, you know, there is still some ego in place in the persona that we present to the world. And hence, of course, this influence our behavior, right? It influences the people we choose to be around, the people we choose to be in a relationship, whether it be for the looks, whether it be for the image, for what society will think, or how good it looks on paper. But really innately, is there a deep soul connection is what you need to ask, right? So a lot of people are coming to that realization when it comes to love and relationships. Other people are dealing with, you know, standing up for themselves, being able to speak their truth when it comes to someone they love. It's hard, right? Because sometimes you want that person to see you in the best light, or sometimes even people are intimidated by their partners. And that's, of course, a huge red flag that that's an imbalanced relationship, right? Because there should be a clear flowing exchange of energy between partners and energy and words, right? Both partners should be able to express themselves freely and openly with no fear, no tremors, and no need to hide. Because if there's a need to hide in your relationship, then you know something's off, right? Whether it's internally within your own soul or with the other partner. And there's either a projection or there's a need for healing. And this is why I created my A New You 10-week intensive soul coaching program. And that program, you know, has really been helpful for my clients. I always tell my clients as homework to actually do that program. And that program is basically a 10-week program. And all you gotta do, I suggest go slow, right? 1 a week. So you just listen to the video, an hour a week. There's a homework assignment, which the homework assignment is literally just 3 questions to meditate and journal about. And really make you think about an alternative life that you can have if you choose to go the path of your soul, right? And that's what I teach you. I teach you 10 major themes as to how to truly reinvent yourself from the inside out. And that's the title of my book, right? Heal from the inside out, because that's also the holistic approach to healing. It's psychological, it's metaphysical, it's emotional, it's mental, it's physical, right? And of course, above all, it's spiritual. And this is basically what I'm in the works in with my trilogy book saga. And the first book that I'm launching, of course, is the Heal from the Inside Out. And that book is about the chakras, the 14 chakras systems, and because there are 14 chakras, not just 7. So I go intricate and deep into each chakra, and I give you meditations. I explain to you the science and benefits of meditation. So I basically give you visualization meditations at the end of each chakra, healing methodologies that you can use for each chakra if there's an imbalance in any of them, because a lot of imbalances or blockages from chakras actually root and stem from psychological causes or traumas. So of course it's all related. That's why I basically, you know, named myself spiritual counseling, because I'm more than just a counselor, and I'm more than just a spiritual teacher, right? I'm a spiritual counselor. So it's like a combination blend of both. And the second book that I'm in the works in is actually going to be based on that program, A New You, which is going to be 10 major chapters. And I'm going to go into the psychology part of reaching ascension through the rebalancing of your psyche. Because that's what it is. It's just an imbalance in a psyche when there's any mental health issues or imbalances, right? So I'm going to go deep into that, help you to transform. Because if you truly want to transform on your journey, it has to be of your own doing again. It's a free will choice. So I'm going to keep repeating that, because, you know, when clients come to me, they seem to think that just because they purchase sessions with me, it's just going to magically transform their life. And that's not the case. I'm just a guide. I'm a guide, and I give you the tools, but you have to be able and willing to implement them into your life, right? So that's huge, because actually today, as I was recording a Spanish class for the Course in Miracles, we did a gathering in my membership program in the School of Light for members only, we actually, relearn something, or I relearned something, that in order to truly experience transformation and get aligned with spirit and be one with the divine, you have to be willing to first listen to God's voice and teachings. Then you have to be willing to actually learn, take the time to invest in seeking this spiritual truth, because it takes time, it takes energy, it takes space out of your life, right? And of course, you need to make necessary sacrifices in stripping away of what doesn't serve your life anymore. This could be people around you that are bogging you down energetically, or a partner who is becoming toxic, right? Any of the cases, or it could even be a situation like a job that has no spiritual in it, and maybe that's the void that you're feeling, right? So you have to be willing to put in the time, the energy, and the focus to learn and study. And number 3 is that, of course, it's more than just listening and studying and learning. It's more than just learning and studying. It's about now acting. So you need to actually integrate this into your new personality. And that's where your deep healing transformation can truly happen. And that's when you truly now ascend to the next level of your soul journey. Because there are different levels, and depending on where you're at energetically, vibrationally, in your frequency, it determines the kind of people that you're going to be attracting, the kind of partner you're going to be attracting, because hence, that's what my 3rd book is going to be about, spiritual love. I'm going to teach you what truly a sacred union looks like, and what you need to learn about it, what you need to know, the terms, and just bringing in all that the divine wants to channel through me through that book. I've already actually started that book, so this is definitely meant to be. All 3 books will definitely be launched by Christmas, so I'm thinking of probably kind of like a bundle of 3 books, but you definitely want to purchase all 3 because it's going to really help you. And I really put, my heart and time into it, and also purifying and cleansing my own aura and energy field so that I can be clearly able to channel and spiritually write what the divine wants me to communicate to the collective. It's not always that easy, you see, especially as empathic light workers and spiritual beings, we're sensitive to energy. So you need to be conscious and cautious as to where you're putting your energy, where you're investing your time. Make sure that all your relationships is an equal give and receive, and not to keep count, but it does need to be balanced and fair, because then it creates an imbalance in the more sensitive one, right? And that usually more sensitive person is usually the healer, the light worker, right? And you need to be aligned because the world needs you now more than ever. And this is like a big calling and huge wake-up call to all the spiritual light workers out there. Really get strong, get aligned, and get working, because people need to hear these messages. People need to learn new things about their journey. They need that guidance. And people need hand-by-hand guidance. I've gotten this kind of like message the other day. There's a lot of people who actually don't have either the energy to seek out on their own or the initial interest, right? Because once they get into it, it's kind of like when you get a taste of something super delicious, you want more of it. Then that's kind of like how the spiritual journey is, right? It's like once a person gets a taste of it, they're going to want to learn more about their spiritual journey, ancient knowledge, sacred wisdom, and all that goes along with it. And this will attract the ultimate, most high vibrational life for you, for those around you in your life, your home, your family, your partnerships, and even your businesses, right? Your source of abundance, your source of prosperity and stability in life. And above all, we need to remember that God has always got our back. We are always supported by the divine, and the divine is only trying to guide us in the right direction. And if there's ever any kind of like bump in the road, it's usually a lesson, or it's a test of making sure you learn your lesson, right? Because the divine, being the ultimate teacher, of course teaches us lessons. So we need to be wide open, clear in our spiritual eye so that we can see clearly for what it is, these experiences that are coming at our life. And not be scared, not be, worried, and just not give into doubt, because faith will always surpass any thoughts that are not of light, okay? With blind faith and pure surrender to the divine, you just trust and you keep going, and you're going to keep rising up in love. And that's what we need. We need to rise together in love. So I really, really, really recommend that if you like what I'm talking about and I resonate with you, you really become a member of my Spiritual Counseling TV network. I've been telling my clients who've been calling me to really become a member as just part of their daily spiritual lifestyle, whether or not they continue sessions with me. It really helps with your day-to-day life, okay? And I know that today the weeklies are a little out late, so the computer has been a little slow, but it will be out definitely by tonight. And I will be sending out the weekly newsletter either by tonight or tomorrow morning, because I have to write the astrology report, right, for the week. But the video is already up on the website only, for members only. So make sure you take a look at that. And of course your daily messages are up. That's the first thing that I put up always, to make sure you get the guidance you need before you start your day. So I really suggest that you watch those videos. They're like 10 to 15 minutes max. Like, they never go after that. And while you're waking up in the morning, after you do your silent meditation, watch the video and then see how it really transforms the vibration in your life that day. It's really going to shift what you're feeling, your mood. And that's what we need, right? We need to see things from a higher perspective, act with compassion, and be patient with those around us and with ourselves, of course. And always be kind, speak kind words to ourselves. This is called self-love, okay? And last but certainly not least, make sure that if you're not yet a part of my Lightworker University program, Class 4 is gonna be tomorrow. Class 4? Or should I say Class 5? I'm so lost. It's either I think it's Class 4. Class 4 is tomorrow. All the overviews for each class, I always put like a summary of what we discussed in class on the member students page. So become a member, because if you purchase that program, you're basically going to be learning how to develop a spiritual business. And that's, of course, the times that we're in, right? Our economy is suffering, and what other way do you have, right? And I have to tell you here a little secret. The secret is to incorporate the spirituality into your business. Contribute to divine mission somehow, some way. Find a way to blend your unique talents and gifts into contributing to the bigger mission. And that's what I teach you in the program. I teach you about the bigger picture, the cosmic mission. I teach you about these deep truths. So I also inform you about the whole spiritual journey and what you need to know. I teach you about all the chakras, how to develop a business, and how to know if any chakra is imbalanced, how that can actually affect your business, right? And tomorrow we're going to actually be going more into the truth aspect, these ancient truths, the collective unconscious, more of the psychology aspect to this. It's going to be very amazing and very insightful. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow's class. And if any of you Spanish speakers out there, or have family members who speak Spanish and you know need help, or would like to entertain themselves during this time with something more productive, get them a membership. I have a TV Spanish also network, so I also do the Spanish videos. I do the daily morning videos in Spanish, and the spiritual book club, the School of Light in Spanish, Escuela de Luz, and TV de Consejería Espiritual. And I'm also now doing a new U10 Week Soul Coaching program, which is in English originally. I'm actually recording it in Spanish as well, so it's available for purchase at the same price. And I'm going to be doing week 2 tomorrow, which is all about self-love, amor propio. So if you have any Spanish speakers in your life, please welcome them to my channel and my website, and tell them to become a member. And of course, subscribe to my free newsletter, where I will be sending out the newsletter by tomorrow morning, most definitely. And you're going to get some extra exclusive articles and content and wellness tips, etc. So it's super amazing. And also, last but certainly not least, make sure that you're also staying up to date on my calendar that I have on my website for any upcoming events, such as this last Friday. As you all know, I've been posting on my Instagram about the spirituality retreat bonfire ceremony that I had for the lunar eclipse and the full moon in Sagittarius. It was so amazing, so magically powerful and healing. Because I did it outdoors, I did it at night. I brought in all the elementals, spirit guides, my angels, the divine, and even the Palladians were there, right? The White Light Council. It was so healing. I was so healing that the next day I was so drained. Like I was truly purging, and I felt rejuvenated the day after, like truly healed from all past baggage that we released that night and any karmic cycles that needed to be closed. And it could just be patterns in our own head, or just it could be any blockages that could be in your life that were subconscious, right? That were maybe affecting your abundance or love or even your health, right? So all of this was removed, that bonfire ceremony, and I also did a sacred prayer ritual circle for twin flames and removing all blockages for sacred union. So I really feel that we did learn a lot about spiritual love, and I really feel like it did clear a lot of the air. I want to make a separate video for twin flames, but I really do feel that it really healed a lot of the heart chakra, helping us to open our hearts back to trusting in love and forgiving our past, and just truly having that desire to start fresh and anew, right? So that was amazing. So I will be repeating that event live Zoom as I did this one. For those who provide an energetic exchange of $11.11, part 1 is going to be the spirituality retreat for the new moon in Cancer, which is actually going to be a solar eclipse. And it's a special time because it's also the first day of the summer solstice. So that's going to be $11.11. So I will actually be performing that ceremony on Saturday night from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. So all the information is on my website. And then from 9 to 10 p.m., I will be doing the Sacred Prayer Circle again. We're going to continue the channel messages because there was way too much to do in that one session. That session was like an hour. So we're going to do another hour for the solar eclipse. And again, I'm going to repeat the same routine for the lunar eclipse on July 5th. So stay tuned, sign up right now, and I really hope to see you there, because the more people we get there, the more powerful the energy, and it really is felt, okay? I promise you, watch the videos. I actually, I do record it while I'm in the live Zoom, and then I edit it with a few extra graphics. So if you want to take a look at that, it was really fun. So thank you all. I just wanted to catch up with you all, and I really hope that you're having a good day and you're enjoying all my videos on my TV, Spiritual Counseling TV network, and my School of Light. So I really hope to have more people join, and yeah, namaste. So, namaste.